So my SD card failed and I'm using my phone, and I have new respect for YouTubers who shoot with their phones. This is really hard. Hey everybody, it's a beautiful fall afternoon, but it's cold today. I'm wearing my jacket. It's going to be cold for a few days, and it's an ideal time to start thinking about fall tillage. So you can see I've got the John Deere 4-bottom plow here hooked up. We're going to get it greased, and it's set up on the back of the 50/50. And then we're going to get out and we're going to drop this baby in the ground and start turning dirt for the beginning of fall tillage. So the plow I'm using is a John Deere semi-mount. The number is a 145H. It's a 4-bottom plow, 4 16-inch wide plows on it. So it rolls the furrow over and exposes the soil to the air. Simple as that, to allow you to smooth out the seed bed for next year's planting. So here's the end of the field that I'm talking about. There you can see I clicked the button and lifted the disc or the plow out of the ground. Now I'm coming around here and I'll aim myself back in the dead furrow and drop the plow again. And this end section of sod is really a firm spot for traction. There, I click the plow back down again, and you can see it's back plowing. The tractor I'm using is our workhorse for field work, and of course for a lot of our hay work too. It's a New Holland TD5050, which means it's a diesel. It is an engine horsepower, 100 horsepower tractor, but the applied horsepower to the drawbar or the power takeoff is about 84 horse. It's rated at about 84 horsepower, maybe 85. But with this four-wheel drive system, we found it's pretty aggressive for the size field tools we have. This 4-bottom plow, unless I hit a rock, I can't even feel it back there. You know, we're not smoking, we're not straining, we're chugging along at a good pace, and I don't even feel like we're working the tractor that particularly hard. This particular plow is a semi-mount plow, and so what I've done is it's mounted to the 3-point hitch arms on the tractor. And when I set it up today, I set the depth control so I'm down about 4 inches. That's what I want to plow. And so it'll float as we're going along here. I've got it leveled up, and I keep my right wheels, the front and rear wheel, in the furrow dug previously by the 4th bottom on the plow. And so that levels me right out. And my goal here is to turn these furrows over to leave a fairly smooth field, just so that I don't have to travel over as many times with the disc when it comes time to smooth it out. maybe a little bit more. The four-wheel drive and the rain we've had in the last few weeks has softened up the soil, so it's turning over pretty nice. People have asked me recently why we moldboard plow, why we don't chisel plow, or why we don't do no-till. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One is we really don't plow or turn this soil very often. We're on kind of a 7 to 9 year rotation with these fields because they're all hay fields that have had small grain put in for a season as a nurse crop. We found that if we don't plow, turn the soil over on about that time frame, we start to get a lot of invasives. And the big thing that grows out here is willow and alder brush. It does not take long for this stuff to grow up and take over a field. And so we've just found the plow is the best way to get rid of that stuff. So it flips it over and it can't take root then. And so plowing will give this field new life. By turning it over on this time frame, you can keep these fields in grass, and that's what the landowners want. This particular field belongs to a neighbor, and they want to keep their fields nice and green and productive. It adds to their land values. You know, and as for no-till, you know, that's more for people who row crop farm, corn and beans, and you don't really do corn and beans up here. We're pretty much just hay country with the small grains that we rotate through as we replant our hay fields. And we don't spray it all. And so my logic in working up these fields is we let them sit over the winter turned up like this, maybe smoothed out a little bit with the disc. And that seems to kill a lot of the weed seeds that are dormant in this soil. And so that when we seed down oats and hay the next year, it gets a running head start. The number 4 bottom has tipped up. I've hit a rock or something. So I'm gonna back up and rock it back into position. And now I go back forward and it should stay there. We'll keep plowing. That's enough for tonight. It's starting to get dark, and I'm gonna head home and get some supper. That's about half the field in one evening, and I'll probably hit the other half of it tomorrow or the next day. So we're back out in the field plowing, kind of a breezy afternoon. We've got the John Deere 145 here, and then my neighbor Dave with his 145 and his John Deere 585. So we're gonna make short work of this field this afternoon. I didn't realize that when you've got two plows in the field, you really need to be the same depth, the same tail wheel depth, because otherwise everybody's crooked. Either you're too deep or you're too shallow. So we've got our tail wheels set to the same depth, and now it seems to be plowing much more smoothly.